like, boom. I normally pick people up like that in the gym. I can do that, but I never did it like that. Like if you watch it on regular speed, I yanked. He didn't have time to do nothing. I yanked him up, then I jumped off the ground and slammed him, and then I gave him 2 more. He was already out, and I've never lost my temper in a fight again like that because I was scared like I could kill somebody.
When you knocked on my door.
If you ever meet a man named Rampage, it is safe to assume that that individual has some anger problems. You should also probably run away from everybody connected to that man, especially his children, because they will probably have twice the anger issues their daddy had. Welcome to my channel. Grab some popcorn, subscribe, and enjoy the show.
Let me put it this way. I don't like Raja. I think Raja's a shit person for what he did.
Simultaneously being extremely excited that this event has landed them 15 minutes of fame.
You know how angry you have to be to recognize the nigga's not conscious and to swing for 15 more seconds?
You can't just hit a fucking can on my goddamn face. I'm really going to hit him, I'm telling you. I'm dead serious. This shit's not gonna be scripted, I'm telling you. I know all wrestling is script. I'm talking about what I'm gonna do to the guy.
It's scripted. You know who also needs to go to jail, chat? The referee. I'm not even trolling. Bro, you have a referee shirt on and you watch the nigga almost lose his life. How can you sit there as a human and not do nothing, bro? You just sat there. I was obviously frustrated there was somebody killing someone else on the ring. But then I was actually surprisingly more frustrated that the ref watched it happen. That shit was so crazy to me, bro. The nigga should not have a job. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the ref title. As a human, bro, you're not gonna step in and save the nigga life.
So, in the aftermath of murder almost being committed live on stream, Kick, by the way, Kick has chosen to ban this man off their platform. And of course, Kick is trying to come up and be one of the biggest and well-known streaming platforms out there. It's not going to play with things like this being done. Now, where is this all going to go?
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
It is sad to even realize that the reason why this happened is because strangers on the streaming platform of this man's chat irked him to go on a crash out. How is it that people that you don't even know, people that you should not respect, people that you are just trying to entertain, cause you to almost lose your career in the first place?
I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. At the end of the day, I'm gonna stand up for my self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
We're just fucking wrestling.
What did they make you do?
Fuck, man, that shit. I had to go for, because of court order. But I skipped out after a couple classes. The classes was making me angry. The anger management class.
It's not supposed to work like that.
Not supposed to work like that. It was making me angry, bro. I said, fuck this. I said, take me back to jail. It's really bad?
That's what Chad was saying. They said it was bad.
And this is where we have to look back and realize that he is just a manifestation of who his daddy is. When you do not get the validation that you desperately crave from the people that you look up to, you tend to seek for that same validation from people that you do not know, people on the internet, because you want to be loved, you want to be admired, you want to be cared for, you want people to love you. So therefore you will do things that are not in your sane mind because you want to please other people, not knowing that it damages you first and it damages you alone.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I would say this, and I am not sure, but this is just me speculating. I would say that Raja Jackson probably did not have or does not have the complete validation that he would love from his family. And from his family, I'm talking about the Rampage.
Wait for a second, I gotta ask a question. Have y'all subscribed to this channel yet? I know you are enjoying this video, so make sure you subscribe so we can fly. Back to the video.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
He sucker punched me.
Well, I saw the slap.
How'd that go for
Was
you?
that?
And what'd you do? Did you slam him on his head?
Oh yeah, that motherfucker went to the hospital that day.
Yeah.
I don't play this.
Were you fighting 3-on-1 though? Two big bitches came out the room too. Like, leave our man alone. You're like, oh god damn.
No, you know what? I felt bad about kicking his ass that day, and to this day, he's the only person I ever guillotined. I forgot something, and he was supposed to bring it back to me, but you know, I yelled at him, and instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dad, I should have did it," he yelled at me and get in my face.
Oh, that's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
Absolutely not.
No,
I would
right.
never. I would. You two. I would never yell at you guys, regardless, let alone my dad.
So I was wrong. I smacked him, and then he just hit me. Then it turned to a full-on fight. He grabbed me. There's a big table behind me. He took me down. I thought I tore my my bicep.
Rampage has been online. Now, whether they do it for views or for attention, Rampage has been online calling his son the B word, making fun of his son, almost emasculating his son in a way. So when your father can do this to you, and even though people say he has the right to do that because that is his son, when you do it on such a public platform and you do not admonish or acknowledge that your son is a man one time, it gets people to do the same thing because that is a trend. That is what makes Roger interesting as a person. And this is why I say it all starts with his father. It all starts with Rampage. You cannot expect to make fun of somebody and think is for views, but then at the same time expect strangers who, by the way, have no sense of common reasoning. You cannot expect them to treat your son otherwise or better than how you treat him. Because how you portray yourself will most likely be how people treat you, even though you may be one of the most dangerous people that can actually inflict harm on another person.
What actually happened to Stu? How bad are his injuries?
Broken facial bones is from what I'm hearing. Missing teeth. Has no recollection of what happened. Incoherent. And then even from the people closest to it now that I'm disassociating with, they won't even put out the full story. Stu's pretty fucked up. I'll put it this way. What happened yesterday is he choked on his own blood.
On his own teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth, right?
A lot of them, yeah. Broken facial bones. He was out on the slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember seeing that kind of being a shock, and then I just went. Aside of that, running in, there was other people that could have got involved that I made eye contact with, but they just stayed by the stage. Let me put it this way. I'm sorry to Stu that the people that said that they were your friends let this happen. I think the culmination between his dad picking on him and all his daddy issues came out and all the shit that AJ gassed up into his head. But I think AJ's a bigger shit person for gassing him up to be in that fucking ring, to leading him to ruin his own fucking life, to hurt somebody that AJ also has a fucking problem with. Somebody fucking pinned Stu after he almost got beat to death.
Another wrestler is seen pinning Psycho Stu.
People are so chicken shit that they don't understand violence. They don't understand what's going on. They don't want to partake in anything. They weren't willing to save their friend. They would rather worry about their own image, their self, their match, or this. Sometimes the world stops. Sometimes the world stops.
And that behavior continued when they encouraged every single member of this academy to stay quiet and not contact the authorities, not respond to the authorities, while simultaneously being extremely excited that this event has landed them 15 minutes of fame. They were encouraging people to repost their brother getting beaten to death and discouraging them from talking to law enforcement to make sure that the proper individuals responsible for this end up in jail.
You knew that person was going to get hurt. You knew something was fucked up. I made eye contact with people from the side of the fucking ring when I was going in. I saw you by the fucking stage. It's not a big fucking room. You could have went around. You could have went to the stage. Well, what the fuck did you do? You watched your fucking friend die.
Now, it's pretty obvious that this has some type of mental effect on Roger, because when he almost kills somebody, we see how he crashes out, like he's been having this bent up frustration and he's been looking for a place or for a person to just let this out on. You can tell this has been a buildup of rage, a buildup of frustration, a buildup of lack of validation from the right person. And you can tell his mind is not really in the right place.
Stop it. Get some help.
You cannot give what you do not have. If you have love, that's all you would give. If you have hate, that's all you would give. So Roger doing this to a man, even though I can understand that the man hit him with a beer can at the beginning, it did not warrant this type of reaction. So he only lets me know that this is all he can give because this is all he has. And where did he get that from? He must have gotten it for somebody else that is in his family. And y'all know where I'm going to with this. But hey, this is just me speculating. Y'all can let me know your thoughts. Now, there's a whole other story that is going on with the Psycho Stu and his own organization, because it even looks like there are even some terrible people in that organization that may have not even stepped up to the plate when this stuff was happening. Roger is even lucky because he may have gotten hurt, or he may have gotten really hurt in that situation where all of them chose to gang up on him. But when you look behind the scenes, it seems like nobody really cares for anybody, and people are just doing this because they like to see other people get hurt and they take pleasure from that. Both lives are ruined. Roger's life may be ruined. Psycho Stu's life is definitely going to have some impact or some negative consequences to what had just happened. All because somebody could not control their temper. And all because somebody could not read the room and know that you should probably not stay in character, especially when you haven't met somebody before in your life.
So sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away if this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges. If that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works, I'm not pressing charges, Raj is still going to take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you got to make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson, and he presses charges, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's going to be tough. Talking about felony, you know?
This is why I always tell people, do not mess with strangers, because you do not know who that stranger has been with. You do not know what that stranger is going through, and the stranger may not have the same self-control as you. As of right now, Mr. Beast has said that he wants to help with his recovery and the bills. Should Roger go to jail? I do not know. That's not really up to me. But I think that Psycho Stu and his family and his loved ones will have a lot more impact on whether that will happen or not. But should he be punished? Definitely, because this could have gone really bad. By the end of the day, what does this have to tell us? It tells us that we should probably mind our business and not be involved with strangers that seek validation, whether it's with the camera or whether it's with other people. Stay safe and be safe. Let me know your opinions in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.